Some state lawmakers are trying to draw more filmmakers to our state. They're working on two bills right now that would increase incentives for movies that film here. WFMY News 2's Manning Franks asked filmmakers about the impacts if these bills were to pass.
Lights, camera, incentives. Two new bills are moving through the North Carolina General Assembly that could change filmmaking here in the Tar Heel State, and local filmmakers are watching closely. North Carolina filmmakers say the state has the crews, the locations, and the talent. But what it hasn't always had?
We are not currently as competitive as we should be.
Consistent and competitive support.
Now more than ever is the time to build better incentives to keep creatives in the state.
Two proposals in the North Carolina General Assembly could change that. House Bill 116 would make the state's existing film grant more competitive for larger productions. In some cases, productions could get back up to 30% of what they spend in North Carolina. For example, if a production spends $3 million in qualifying expenses here, that could mean up to $900,000 back. The other, Senate Bill 1002, would create a new micro-budget grant for smaller North Carolina projects.
The current minimum spend in North Carolina is $1.5 million for a feature film. And that's not really an indie budget territory. The reality is most independent films are being made definitely sub $1 million, sometimes sub $500,000.
Christy Ray, co-creator of Honeyhead Films, says under that bill, productions spending at least $50,000 in North Carolina could qualify for these new incentives, which would include smaller films like theirs.
So what that does is it opens up this opportunity for documentaries, short films, feature films of all size and scope to apply for the incentive, where historically we have been completely left out of receiving this kind of support from the state at all.
For Lauren Vilcek, who teaches at the University of North Carolina School of the Arts, the bigger question is what happens after the state trains that talent?
Why not keep them here once we educate them here and have them create their work here instead of going to the traditional hub?
Lawmakers are expected to take up voting on these bills the week of June 15th. Now, we've reached out to the bill's sponsors and have yet to hear back.
Manning, thank you.